What's up, guys? In case you missed it, they've announced Ultra Instinct Goku is coming to Dragon Ball FighterZ, which to me pretty much confirms that we're going to be getting a Season 3 of DLC, or maybe some other kind of update to the game. So, with all that happening, I wanted to make a final tier list for Season 2. A lot of other YouTubers have done this already. Lotus Asakura and Dato Doya both did really good lists that I'm going to link in the description. But I wanted to throw my hat into the ring as well and get my opinion out there on where I think the balance stands in this game so far. So we're going to split everyone up into these 5 tiers here, S through C minus, and I'm going to be completely forthcoming with you that this is my second take on making this video. And the first time it ended up being like 40 minutes long. So this time I'm going to cut it down and I'm going to try to not talk for 5 minutes each about every single character, and we'll try to get through this. So left to right on this tier list is going to be their support capabilities, which is primarily their assist, how good their assist is, but it's also some other factors like characters that are better at spending meter tend to be better supports. Characters that are better at making comebacks tend to be better supports because you're usually going to have them in the second or third slot, but primarily we're talking about the assist here. So let's get started up here with who most people I think would consider the best character right now, GT Goku. I don't know if he's the best character in the game, but he's certainly the best support in the game. He's completely out of control. His assist is crazy. I didn't realize when he was first released that his assist, I thought his assist would be worse than the horizontal beams like Super Saiyan Goku, but actually I think it's better. The angle it covers is just perfect. His assist wins you neutral, and you can use it in combos, block strings, all the other normal stuff that you would use assist for. And as a point character, he's not too shabby either. Like, yeah, sometimes his normals feel a little bit stubby, but he's got solid mix-ups. He can combo off his level 3. He can do insane Oki off his level 3. So GT is a problem. I would like to see the Oki after level 3 nerfed. I think that's the one thing that really drives me crazy about the character. But he's got a lot going for him altogether. Next up, the character I would maybe consider the best in the game is Kid Buu. Kid Buu, I think, is a better point character than GT. Maybe not as good of an assist, but his assist is obviously ridiculous. It has been since like day one. You can use it for some really crazy mix-ups. And as a point character, he's really hard to block. Amazing normals. Just amazing all around. So Kid Buu, I think, is in the conversation for best character. After all this time, it just seems like he's been one of the best in the game since day one. And that definitely hasn't changed. Next up, we got Bardock. It seems like a lot of people dropping Bardock in a post-GT Goku era, but he's still insane. Lariat, still crazy. Auto combo, still crazy. Great stagger pressure, great combos. Great assist. He's got a lot going for him. He's just not as amazing as these two, and it seems like that has made him fall off a little bit. But don't sleep on Bardock. Next up, we got Teen Gohan. What a glow-up this character has had, going from people not even considering them that good. Then he got a few buffs over time, and it ended up adding up to a really crazy character. His auto combo is absurd, potentially even better than Bardock's. Kind of good for different things. His damage is crazy once he gets in on you. He's hard to block. He's got a lot going for him, and I would consider him up here in S tier. That's going to close out S tier. We're moving on to A tier. These characters, I think, are not as insane as these top 4, but they're still really crazy. Starting out with Super Saiyan Goku. We've known for a long time that he's one of the best supports in the game. GT has outshined him a little bit, but I still think Super Saiyan Goku is a huge threat. Don't count him out. Next up, we got Yamcha. Yamcha assist has been known to be crazy since day one, but his point character prowess, I think, has only made itself clear in the last year or so. Yamcha is a crazy good point character, too. His 5S, his 5H, his 5L, his 2L. His cross-up Wolfang Fist got nerfed, but people still get hit by it. Don't count Yamcha out. Yeah, we all know the assist is crazy, but as a point character, he can be pretty crazy too. Next up, we got Trunks. Another really great assist. And a point character who, like, yeah, his mix-up is not that crazy outside of Sparking. In Sparking, his mix-up is absolutely crazy. Outside of Sparking, it's not that crazy, but his neutral is amazing. Change the Future. Obviously amazing. Everybody memes about how good that move is. So Trunks, I think, is a sick character who belongs squarely in A tier, along with Z Broly. Z Broly, I think I underrated for a long time, but it's only really become clear to me how good having good neutral, which Z Broly's some of the best neutral in the game, and combined with being very threatening up close, like, yeah, technically his command throw is reactable, but it's hard, and the threat of it just being there is enough to make him really scary when he gets in. So a potent combination of good neutral, good pressure. He's got a lot going for him, and I think that he is A-tier material. Along with adult Gohan being outshined a little bit by his younger version, but still a great character, some of the best normals in the game. Great damage, hard to block with his Air 2S. Definitely after all this time, still a very potent character. We got Android 21. I think maybe people might think I'm overrating this character, but I just think she's crazy. They gave her the ability to combo off of her power stealing, which has buffed her combos, and already she was one of the more damaging characters in the game. When she gets a clean hit, she's going to deal a ton. She's got some good normals. She's got those tail normals. She's got a pretty good assist and pretty good projectile on point as well with her 236L and 236M. So don't count 21 out. I think I'm more high on her than a lot of people, but she's a really good character. Another really good character is Cell. You can see my pointer reaching for him over here. Cell, not the GOAT anymore, but still really insane as a point character. Long block strings, hard to block, big damage, utilizes assists very well. Cell, I think, is crazy good still. So that's A tier. Moving on to B tier, the characters who are not, you know, some of the best in the game. If you're looking to make a top tier tournament team, I would maybe pick from these guys, but these guys are solid too. You should not feel bad about picking them. We're starting out with Super Saiyan Vegeta. His assist took a bit of an L when they let you reflect and super dash through it, but it's still a really good assist. By the way, guys, let me clarify that across tiers, the X and Y axis isn't necessarily going to line up. So, like, I'm not saying that Super Saiyan Vegeta assist is as good as GT assist. I think GT assist is better, but there's just so many characters that to fit them all in, I'm going to have to kind of constrain this. So don't necessarily compare across tiers how good the assist is. But anyway, Super Saiyan Vegeta assist, still very good. As a point character, he's good enough. I think he belongs in B tier, along with Frieza. Where's Frieza at? A character who I've underrated for a while, I think, but it's only become clear to me recently how absolutely broken his assist is. As a point character, he still has some issues. He can feel like the risk-reward is a little bit out of his favor sometimes, but he's good enough as a point character, and his assist is absurd. The screen space it covers, how far it reaches, all that good stuff. Next up, we got Gotenks. I feel like no one plays Gotenks anymore. GT Goku has become the new small child that everybody hates. But Gotenks is still very annoying and very good. Great neutral, great assist. Don't mess with this guy. Next up, we got Base Goku. I think I like Base Goku less than most people, it seems, but his assist is definitely pretty good. He gets stronger the more characters are dead, which kind of fits right into him already wanting you to play him as a support character. He's got that Pro Tag 2M. He's got pretty good command throw. And I think that Kaioken is one of the better supers in the game. So overall, I think Base Goku is pretty darn solid. Another character who I think maybe we overrated Piccolo for a while. Now, we've kind of come back down to earth. He's not like top 3 in the game necessarily, but he's still solid. The homing ball is very hard to deal with. Hellzone Grenade, still huge super that makes him a lot better. And I think, you know, B tier is pretty fair for Piccolo. We've got Vegeto. Vegeto, maybe the best neutral in the game. His normals are absurd. His 5L is so annoying. Literally, his only downside is it's kind of hard to open people up. But he just wins neutral, and then combined with the right assist, he can be a real terror on point. Another character with great neutral is Hit. It's 5M, really crazy. I feel like everyone knows that by now. And like, yeah, he can be a little bit awkward sometimes. He's not personally my favorite character to play, but I think he's got a lot of solid stuff in his kit, and he can be a real danger from mid-screen on the ground. We got Blue Goku. When Blue Goku gets in, he is an absolute terror to be reckoned with. His mix-ups are crazy, and his damage is really high as well. His assist sucks, though, mostly. It's occasionally useful, but it's mostly not that good, and it can be a little bit hard to get in sometimes, but once he does, it is a big problem. I'm having to split this tier up into 2 lines because there's so many of them. Next up, we got Android 17. A lot of people might think I'm crazy for putting 17 so high, but let me tell you, 17's assist is absolutely broken. I honestly think it's probably like top 10 assists in the game. His assist is completely broken ever since they buffed it, and everything else about his kit is like fine. They've improved his other stuff a lot since when he premiered and was considered really bad. I think he's really good now. Not like top 10 material, but his assist definitely is. Watch out for him. He's scary. Next up, we got Gogeta. Gogeta assist, I think, is pretty solid as well. Like, not as good as Gotenks or anything, but still really solid, and he does a ton of damage when he hits you. His jump M is crazy. He does have some issues, like he's a little bit clunky with his normals. Their startup is a little bit long, but he's got an invincible DP. He's got a ton of damage. He can be hard to block sometimes. Definitely don't count out Gogeta. Another character not to count out is Super Broly. I think Super Broly might be a little bit underrated by people. I don't know. How good do people think Super Broly is? Let me know down in the comments. I think he's pretty solid. Like, yeah, he's not that good in scrambles because his normals are a little slow, a little awkward. His neutral's not the best, but it's okay. He's got pretty good projectiles. He's got pretty good range on some of his normals, like 5M has crazy range. But the big thing is, you cannot count out a character that just kills you. If he touches you, he just kills you. Some of the best damage in the game. You cannot count him out. You can be outplaying him for a while, but then he just touches you once and you die. So be afraid of this character. I don't think he's that bad. Next up, we have Base Vegeta. A lot of people might think I'm underrating Base Vegeta. I think he's really good. I think he is really good. Don't get me wrong. I just don't think he's as good as some of these guys up here. But, you know, Sonic Fox has been improving my opinion of Base Vegeta a little bit. We'll have to see if that continues. Maybe by this time next year, I'll be saying he's the best character. But for now, I think he is very solid. I think he is very strong. I just don't think he has as much broken stuff as some of these guys up here. Next up, we got Cooler. Cooler 3H is a busted normal. Cooler 6H is a busted normal. 2M, Jump M, these are all crazy normals. And he's got an invincible DP, but he has some downsides as well. Like, he kind of has a hard time opening people up. If they're just patient and they block, how's he actually going to open them up? I'm not exactly sure. And then his level 3, I think, is a little bit underwhelming. Kind of high risk for the amount of reward that you get, but definitely a solid character. We got Zamasu, another character people might think I'm underrating. Zamasu is really crazy. Once he hits you, he can really style on you like wild. But I just feel like he relies on assists a lot. He can't do very much without assists. And sometimes his neutral is a little awkward to play because his normals are a little bit on the weak side, but he can definitely go off in the right hands. Next up, we've got Geneva closing things out here. I don't necessarily think Geneva assist is like truly horrible the way of someone like Crillon assist is, but it's very limited in its usage. I just feel like you can't use it that often. Like, it's really good sometimes in combos, but a lot of times you just can't call it because it's not going to help you. And you're like, if I had literally any other assist right now, I'd be in a better shape than if I had Geneva. But sometimes, you know, you land those really specific combos with it and it feels amazing. But anyway, as a point character, I think he's pretty good. Some really good normals, like I think his 2H is really good. I think his 236L/M, his sword slash thing is really good. His teleport's really good. But nothing really broken that stands out to me about him. I just think he's solid. And then finally, Android 18. I think I'll sneak in up here. 18 assist, I feel like I'm more negative on than a lot of people. Sometimes 18 assist is really good. I just feel like there are a lot of situations where it's like, I just need an assist that forces them to block. And her assist can't do that. Like, yeah, sometimes you really blow people up with her assist, but a lot of times it's just not that useful, which is kind of a bummer. I'm going to try to pick up the pace here a little bit. But yeah, anyway, 18, great point character. In my opinion, I don't think the assist is that good. Let's close things out here. C tier. Goku Black. I think Goku Black assist is obviously really good. If Super Saiyan Goku didn't exist, Goku Black would probably be moving up the tier list. But Super Saiyan outshines him in pretty much every way other than the 2H of the gods. Unfortunately, Goku Black, I don't think will ever be relevant as long as his big brother up here is making him look bad. Next up, we got TN. I don't think TN Beam Assist is as good as the 3 Goku's Beam Assist, but it's still very good. As a point character, he can do a ton of damage, and he can mix you up pretty well, but I just feel like his neutral is kind of awkward. It's kind of hard to get in sometimes. That's why I put him down here in C tier. Next up, we got Android 16. This character has fallen a lot. They've nerfed him a ton over the years, and it's really starting to show, especially the assist nerf that he got hurt him a lot, I think. His assist is, like, not terrible, but it's not nearly as good as it used to be. Next up, we got Vidal, a character I used to think was amazing because I was only focusing on, like, her offensive merits. Once she gets going on offense, she's really good, but her defense is some of the worst in the game because her Dragon Punch is horrible, probably the worst invincible Dragon Punch in the game, and her Reflect, or lack thereof, is a huge liability. It's really hard when you're on the back foot with her to make anything happen because her spot dodge is so risky and so sort of low utility compared to everyone else's Reflect. We got Captain Ginyu. Captain Ginyu can make some cool stuff happen, but largely I just feel like it's a lot of work for not that much reward. Other characters don't need to call the Ginyu Force to do cool stuff. They can just call GT Goku Assist and just come kill you. So I don't think Ginyu is that good anymore, sadly. I would like to see him get something cool, like maybe a new level 3, to make up for the fact that he can't use his existing level 3 as a reversal or anything. It kind of sucks for that. So I would like to see them give Ginyu something cool and interesting to make me want to play him again. We got Nappa. Nappa, I've always said, is one of the best characters in the game once he's already hitting you. But before that point, it can be a little bit hard. His neutral feels very awkward. It can be hard to open people up. But then once you do, he really goes off and he does, you know, the Cybermen combos into the resets. It's pretty sick, but it can be a lot of hard work to actually make that happen. Beerus, they've given Beerus some stuff over these last couple of years of the game, but he's still pretty weak, I think. His normals are just a big letdown. His light normals really suck. His 2H really sucks. The balls are not that useful because of Super Dash, obviously. He just feels like, you know, a lot of work for not that much reward. Majin Buu, fallen a lot since they nerfed his mix-up potential, his reset potential. I just don't feel like he's that good anymore. His assist also is not very good. He just leaves a lot to be desired compared to his former self. Next up, we got Blue Vegeta. I don't think Blue Vegeta is like that horrible, other than his assist. His assist is truly horrible, in my opinion. But as a point character, I don't think he's that bad. But he's just so outshined by the other Vegetas. He doesn't have anything, in my opinion, that sets him apart and makes me want to play him over the other Vegetas, who I feel like are just better characters. So I would like to see them give Blue Vegeta something that is like, oh, that is unique and cool. Base Vegeta doesn't have something this cool. I would like to see them give him something like that. And then finally, the two Cellar Dwellers down here in C-. Crillon, okay, I don't think Crillon is that bad as a point character. I think there are several characters in this tier who are worse point characters than Crillon. Like, probably Goku Black is a worse point character. Maybe, like, Beerus. I don't know. As a point character, Crillon is not that bad, but his assist sucks. The worst assist in the game, I feel pretty confident in saying. It just doesn't do enough. It doesn't do much at all. Half the time you call it, and it doesn't do anything. So his assist is a big letdown, and I feel like he's pretty reliant on assists himself. It's hard to do mix-ups or damage with him without assists, so I just think generally he's a lot of work to fit on the team for not that much reward. Feels like something I'm saying a lot about these lower tier characters. I think that's the big difference between the good characters and the bad characters, is just how much do the characters help you win for the amount of effort you put in. And then finally, Jiren, kind of the opposite of Crillon. I think Jiren assist is quite solid. Does a lot of block stun, a lot of hit stun. You can use it for some cool combos that you can't do with any other assist. But as a point character, Jiren leaves a ton to be desired. They just kind of messed up making so much of his kit revolve around these counters. It's very risky to try to land a counter, and you don't even get that much off it. You can't combo off his counters without spending meter, which then is going to scale your follow-up meter gain. His projectile counter just like doesn't work half the time. They can vanish out of it. His heavy counter is frame 1 invincible, which is nice. It's like a DP, but also like a DP. It does only blue damage, so, you know, you make the right read, you land the heavy counter, and then they can just tag out and get all the life back. So not a fan of that. I think they either need to readjust him and make him less oriented around these high-risk, mediocre reward counters, or they just need to make the counters better. Something like that needs to happen to make Jiren feel a little bit better to play, because right now, he's kind of a bummer, I think. But anyway, I think I got through that in under 20 minutes, maybe? I'll have to check and see on the recording. But anyway, that's the list, guys. Let me know what you think down in the comments. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Am I bugging? Am I crazy? Let me know. Give me all your hot takes about which characters I'm wrong about. And that's going to be it for the video, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.